Hey there, I'm John.
And I'm Josh.
And we are looking at week 4 of the 2024 college football season. This is sort of what we're expecting to happen. We're going to start off with the rankings. Texas is now ranked number 1. They're going to play UL Monroe. And the bottom line is, to this point, they have not. Michigan is obviously not who they were.
Well,
right?
Yeah, right. So Michigan, I think we'll probably talk about them a little bit.
Well, I'm just
later.
saying, but they beat Colorado State, they beat Michigan and UTSA. That's their wins so far.
We'll see what Michigan is
and
made of.
And they're powerful wins.
We'll see what Michigan is made of this week.
That's
and
right.
We'll talk about it later.
We will.
So right now, yes, it doesn't look like any of those wins are necessarily that great. But Michigan could be better than what we're giving them credit for and just kind of struggled here at the beginning of the season. What's interesting about this game is whether or not Quinn Ewers starts.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Is he still injured?
Yes.
And if he doesn't, is Arch Manning going to absolutely pop off again and
he did last week?
Absolutely incredible like he did last week. So
that's right.
No matter what quarterback starts for Texas, it's fun just to watch for that.
It is. Definitely intriguing. Then you have number 2 Georgia. They've got a bye week. Their signature win so far is Clemson, and so we'll see what they're going to do with that. Because they struggled with Kentucky this past week. Then you have Marshall's going to be at number 3, Ohio State. Ohio State has yet to play a significant opponent. They're only 2-0.
It's coming.
They're not going to struggle with this one. Yeah, it's coming.
Oregon's around the corner, right?
But yeah,
so.
this is a very nice ranking for them, considering what they've done.
Arguably, just based off talent alone, you're going to give them a top 5 ranking.
Yeah.
So I get it. But they'll destroy Marshall.
And then number 4, Bama. They've got a bye week as well.
A lot of early buys. Yeah.
Yes. And then number 5, Ole Miss is going to be at Georgia Southern.
Now, what do I want to happen here?
Oh, I know what you want to happen here.
I would love for Georgia Southern to beat Ole Miss because obviously that would
look good for
Boise's strength of schedule substantially, but I don't necessarily see that happening. So.
And I would say this, again, Ole Miss is number 5. They have only played lesser opponents so far. I mean, they really have played some small schools. They have absolutely dominated those smaller schools.
Yeah.
But that, again, they have not been tested yet.
A lot of the top 10 teams just don't schedule anybody outside.
Like you said,
conference.
It's coming.
Yeah.
Number 6, Tennessee is going to be at number 15, Oklahoma.
All righty, here we go.
Here we go.
All right. So Oklahoma just struggled against Tulane last week, right?
Yes.
Tennessee, Nico and company, absolutely dominating opponents right now. I just, just based off the look and the feel and confidence, like I feel like Tennessee's going to win this game.
Yeah.
We'll see what Oklahoma can pull off. Obviously, I would never count them out of it. Just my gut says Tennessee wins.
Yeah. Then you have number 24 Illinois. They're going to be at number 22 Nebraska. Should be a fun game.
Absolutely. I'm a big Nebraska fan right now with Raiola. It is something interesting to know. I was looking at stats and stuff, but Illinois' QB, Altmaier, hopefully I'm saying that correctly, he actually is doing extremely well this season.
Yeah.
Has more throwing touchdowns, passing touchdowns, and no interceptions than Raiola right now. So it's going to be a very interesting matchup. I am excited for this, and I'm pretty sure it's a Friday game, if I'm not mistaken.
It is. You're correct.
That's fun.
And it is interesting, though. Illinois' best win is against Kansas, which we just saw is not super impressive after this past week. So it will be interesting just to see what happens. This is the strongest season I've seen for them in a long time coming out of the gates.
Let's skip to this game.
Okay.
Yeah. So Georgia Tech at number 19, Louisville.
Yep.
Is this worth talking about? Is this just, the ACC we're trying to see?
It is.
Why
ACC.
Why is Louisville ranked?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a great question. Why are they ranked? I don't know that they've really played anybody significant.
Is this preseason hype and they just happen to kind of stay up there this entire time? It has to be, right?
Yeah.
So, not so sure about that. Not so sure I necessarily agree.
Yeah.
But Georgia Tech did beat Florida State.
Yeah.
No, I think Louisville should win this game.
Yeah. Very likely.
Yeah.
All right, what do you want to hit on now?
Let's go ahead and I forgot to put my upset pick, so we'll go ahead and go to this one because we'll talk about 2 ranked matchups during my upsets, I think.
Here we go.
So let's see. Kansas State at BYU.
And BYU is undefeated again. A lot. Yeah.
Kansas State, though. Something interesting, this is a conference matchup.
Yeah.
Still not really used to that with BYU now in the Big 12. But number 13, right? Kansas State moves up some after absolutely destroying Arizona.
Yeah.
I feel like they're substantially better than BYU, right? On paper, plus just based off what we've seen so far this season, BYU hasn't really played anybody worth noting. I think Kansas State wins.
Yeah.
Possibly handily.
Yeah, I think that is very possible. Then Arkansas is going to be at Auburn. Both of these are coming in with the same record. Both of them have a loss. Arkansas did survive UAB. Barely. Yep. And Auburn is finally, replaced Thorne with Hank Brown. That helped them a lot.
Yeah, substantially. I mean, we're talking about a freshman quarterback in Hank Brown, but my goodness. Let's clarify up front. Yes, it was New Mexico, but so much better offensively.
Yeah.
There was actually some flow. He could actually make some passes.
Yeah.
So much better, right? So
Yes.
I'm this matchup alone is worth watching to me.
Just
to see what
happens.
Hank can do
Absolutely.
for Auburn against
Yeah.
an actual SEC opponent.
That's
So,
right. That's right. They're both of their first SEC game so far this season. North Carolina State's going to be at number 21 Clemson. Any chance there? North Carolina State's.
I mean, remember they
They're
were
not
supposed
bad.
to be decent, but
That's right.
they've kind of
Yeah.
struggled here at the beginning of the season.
They have.
Clemson, we all counted off because they got absolutely dismantled by Georgia,
Yeah.
who struggled against Kentucky,
Yeah. Yeah.
But
College football.
clearly Clemson's at least better than I thought because, I mean, they beat a very decent App State team, and so I expect them to continue to win here.
Okay. Group of 5 focus. So we got Portland State's going to be at Boise State. Boise State's likely to struggle in this one.
Yeah, so the only thing worth noting here is this game was almost canceled. Portland State's last game was actually canceled because of whooping cough.
Whooping cough.
Went
That's
through
right.
the whole team, but so far, at least as of Monday, the game is supposed to be happening. They said they have enough healthy players. Hopefully, doctors are involved because it can last a long. I don't want that going through Boise.
No,
so,
good night. No.
Yeah, Boise should dominate this game.
Buffalo's going to be at number 23, Northern Illinois.
Yeah, so Buffalo's only loss was 38-0 to Missouri.
Yep.
I think Northern Illinois is definitely the better team, but I think this could be a trap game for them. So I'd watch out if I was Northern Illinois.
No, I would think that they would, but yeah. And then Memphis is going to be at Navy.
Memphis, right outside the rankings, right? You're
Yeah.
looking at they're the next most receiving votes outside of the top 25 against an undefeated Navy. In my mind, Memphis wins this game, and I do believe this is an American Conference battle. I believe both Memphis and Navy are in that conference, so I think Memphis wins.
Yeah. UNLV, after their big win last week, has got a bye week.
They're right up there, but they have
are.
a bye week. And then last but not least, East Carolina at Liberty.
Yeah.
And remember, East Carolina's only loss was by 2 points last week to App State.
Yeah.
So Liberty is based off
you think
previous
they could be in trouble with
performance,
this one as well?
I think this could
Liberty
also
better be
a
careful.
close game for Liberty.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what do you have for us in terms of upsets this week?
I think I'll at least get one of these.
Okay.
But number 11 USC, these are arguably the two biggest games of the week.
Yeah.
Number 11 USC at number 18 Michigan.
Really?
Yes. So I mean, there's a couple of reasons. One, why? I mean, USC beat LSU, yes, but I mean LSU. I think they're not as good as people initially thought.
Yeah.
They're
But not bad.
team. But Michigan has to do something here.
Okay.
Right? They are on they need some kind of something going for them, and it's at Michigan.
Yeah.
I mean, it's at Michigan.
This might be pushing it just a little bit.
Maybe, but I mean, yes,
Because
they
Michigan
struggled
has
against
yet to
Fresno, they
have
struggled
that,
against Arkansas State.
Yeah.
But a lot of teams struggle at the beginning of the season.
Sure.
They don't really have an identity on offense yet either.
Yeah.
So this is a risky pick, but I think if there is a time where they have to get the ball rolling and have to get a win, it's right here and it's right now.
It is.
So
You're right
Michigan
about
beats
that.
USC in a close game.
All right. What's your
Number
next
12 Utah at number 14 Oklahoma State.
one? Okay.
Very interesting game. Correct me. Utah's now in the Big Ten. It's hard to keep track.
It is
of
hard
all
to keep
these.
track.
They're not in the
It
Big
is hard.
12, are they?
I sort of need to break it down now.
Yeah. I
just to keep
can't
that in
remember
mind.
if Utah's in the Big 10 or the Big 12. I know it's one of the bigs. I don't think this is a conference battle. If it is, that's so much bigger.
Yeah.
Oklahoma State, Ollie Gordon kind of struggled last week a little bit offensively. Also, Ollie Gordon was supposed to be the best running back in the country. Hasn't really done that much so far. Obviously, Ashton Jincy's the best running back in the country, but
Really?
I'm sure Ollie Gordon is talented. I think Oklahoma State does, especially at home, and it's a very close line. I mean, I think it's Utah's favored by 2 or 3 points. I do think Oklahoma State pulls off this game.
Okay. You heard it here.
Two ranked games, huge games.
All right.
This week, by the way, this week as a whole, so much more interesting.
Oh yeah.
It's so many ranked on ranked matches.
Yeah.
We're finally getting to the meat of the season. So,
We are.
Yeah.
We are. Yes. So that's what we are expecting for week 4. Join us when we do the review of it.
Go Broncos.